Christmas, let me start with my own story. Growing up, because I grew up as a Muslim, so Christmas was not something we do, but my mother just loved the ritual of a Christmas tree. She just, because she traveled and she saw this Christmas tree and everything, so anytime she travels, she always make sure she brings a Christmas tree. So December 5th is my father's birthday. So she'll make sure by December 5, even that morning of December 5, the tree is up. Wow. The tree is up, we decorate, just me and her. We decorate the tree, she'll put gifts there, and we just used to have that. So, and that was it. There was nothing else. For Christmas Day, we just go out to visit the Christian friends. But that December 5, that Christmas tree must be up. That was a tradition for us. But I just love the fact that when I was growing up, there was not much difference of Christianity and Muslim. We didn't really care which religion anybody was. We celebrated each other. During the Islamic celebrations, Christians would come to our house, we eat. During Christian, I would go to their houses, we eat and we celebrate. There was nothing, there was no difference amongst us. We should celebrate together, but that was my own memory growing up. Let me come to you. Mariam wants to share?
Oh, yes. Okay, so there are two experiences while I was growing up. So if it was at my mom's house, okay, before Christmas, we would have set up the Christmas tree. And my mom had this nativity scene. We would arrange them, that Mary, Joseph, baby Jesus, the hay, the shepherds, the angels, everything. We would always bring it out at Christmas. And then she had the bubbles. And that time, they were made of glass. They're not plastic like now. Yeah. And so we lost a lot of them, of course, through the years because they kept breaking. Then if it was at grandma's house, it was a compound house. My grandma will cook, well, all the adults will cook. And then you, as a child, you just wake up because food has already been cooking while you were sleeping. Beautiful smells of rice, stew, chin, whatever. And then she will spread this rice on one large tray. Put the stew. They don't put meat. They don't put meat immediately. You put the stew. Then you mix it. Then every child in the compound, up and down the street, Christian, Muslim, no religion, however you are, as long as you're a child, you will come to that tray and we'll all sit down. And then, because I'm grandma's child now, so for every little rice you fetch, Miriam is okay. Yes, your own is okay. Because some people they have really large hands and, they take a lot. So we had to measure it to make sure everybody got. So it was fun. Then we'll dress up for Christmas. Ready-made dresses, that's what they used to call them then. And then we'll wear these bold dresses and we'll be, flipping our dress, our new shoes, and we'll go off to church. And then from there, you go from one house to the other where they'll give you money to put, and it was just fun.
That's true. I forgot to mention my neighbors, they are Deshokons. I used to follow them to church. So during their own Christmas day, we used to have those, just follow them with a nice dress, just celebrate with them. So it was such a fun memory. Nima?
You and Miriam just woke up. All the memories. So you see that tree? I can recall that tree. My mom, that's how, even for Salah, everybody ate in our house. But I remember my childhood Christmases because apart from receiving the food, my mother is a society neighbor person. So everybody do give backs. So being the Muslim in a largely Christian community, imagine my kitchen. We'll be climbing over flags, coolers everybody have tried to show up for Alaja. This is my own. Some people very early at 6 a.m. Miss Stella's cooler is always 6 a.m. So that's our breakfast. No cooking. Then I remember Mama Itete. Mama Itete's cock. Now me go first carry and enter. When we were children, we bring it in. We would have been greeting the cock, feeding it corn. And then when they kill that chicken on Christmas morning, we are there. When the stew is frying, we are there. Childhood Christmas was beautiful. Wow. I didn't have to dress up. We didn't have to do anything extraordinary. Just show up and eat. By the time it's night, I'm over full. And it continues on Boxing Day all the way to New Year in my own house. Even where we grew up, where I spent my later years before marriage, all the way to New Year, there's always a hot, cooler food in my house. So I don't understand the season for me. There's a feeling that comes in when it's 1st of December. And I recollect all those memories. Where I now live, I'll be like, why are you people so dry?
It's so interesting how what you said about Boxing Day is so true. We used to eat so much on Christmas Day. Boxing Day was like our resting day. And it's almost the same thing as the Black Friday they have in the US. I don't know how we never monetize that Boxing Day.
Our Boxing Day was our leftover days.
It was our leftover, just
all the leftover from Christmas.
Just warm it.
I was just growing up.
Okay. For me, Christmas, my Christmas memory is in Daddy Alagbado's house. He's still rest in peace. That's Daddy Dubela. We went like 3 or 2 days before Christmas. All the Odubela children are going to be there, like grandchildren, and we get to prepare drama. Like we do drama presentation, we do rehearsals for our singing, and it's a case of, Takwa is going to do this one. This person is our MC. You are going to act like Jesus. You are going to act like... We all plan and we act, and it's just a time with family. And I always looked forward to the fact that I get to go to Alagbado and see all my cousins, and we are a large family. And usually at home, I'm like the tallest in every environment. In Alagbado, I'm like the shortest. So, because all my family members are tall. So it's just a different, yes, I'm at home. And I feel among them. So that's one part. Then I remember very early in the morning, my dad would be playing, when we stopped going to Alagbado as we got really older, then it was music. It was Christmas music all through, like really loud, Mimo Ionio music all over the house. And my mom loves to share food to everybody. So as I got older, Christmas went from being fun as a child to me working. It was cook. Yeah. Not like I'm the one cooking, but like, bring this one, bring that one, bring this one, bring that one. Carry the plate, take it to 4th floor. Carry this plate, take it to this person. I'm like, oh gosh. And I'm an only child, so you can get that. So there are not many people that are going to be carrying the plates of food everywhere. But those are the things I remember about Christmas. And
you know, when you're talking about the acting, the kids in my house, they rehearse all throughout the weekend. My daughter, Michelle, is Mary. Elizabeth is the narrator. Everybody and they did a lovely play. They rehearsed and practicing. I had a party on Saturday, which I had to cancel because I had to stay because the kids were begging me that, Mommy, please, we've rehearsed. We need you to be around. So I had to cancel. I'm so excited and happy for them. They had so much fun. So those memories, they are building.
Yes, they will remember it.
Well, I'm happy that they're doing that. How are you spending your Christmas day?
What's your favorite
Christmas memory? So I had two, because I grew up with my grandma till 10 when she died, and then moved to my father. So with grandma, she would have cooked very early in the morning, food. Food. She used to be a caterer and so many other things. So she would distribute food to all the people around, all the kids around, you know, and then we'd dress up in our ready-made dresses. And then go out. We don't come home till nobody looks for you. They just know you are okay in the neighborhood. From one person's house to the other, we're collecting money, we're eating, we're collecting sweets, chocolates, and all that. Then when she died and I moved to my father, Christmas was a bit different. Daddy never allows anybody go out. So they would do a lot of... So we don't decorate the house. I started that as an adult. But the food there, we will
want to finish you with food.
24th, midnight. That's when we are done with cooking. We will cook. Every cooking that I can do, I learned in my father's house. There's nothing you want in that house we will not see. So Christmas for us was food everywhere. And then the dresses. And for some Christmases, my dad didn't have money to buy us dresses. I would be crying in my wardrobe and praying that God should bless him. God should send somebody to give him money, so that sometimes Christmas money is when he's going to the shops to buy the dress.
That my
dress for me and then my brothers, because I was the only girl, you know, and you know, it was fun. So I imbibed that cooking. Until now, like there's no, from yesterday, we fried chin-chin till midnight.
You know, when you're talking, I remember that one of the things I used to do also as a child, I used to go to my neighbor's house. The addition of the fact they had such an impact on my life. We used to watch Christmas movies. That morning, you sit down, you watch Home Alone. You know, like you sit, you know those Christmassy kind of movies.
That's what we're doing today.
So I used every morning, while she's cooking in the kitchen, we're there watching movies and just reflecting on Christmas. It was such a beautiful story. But let me find out from Veronica and the ladies their own Christmas stories. I would love to hear yours. And even if you can get some of the members of the audience to share their own Christmas stories too, because we'd love to see that indeed the culture and the tradition of Christmas permeates across many Nigerians. Let us hear from Veronica.
Absolutely, Mo. I could actually relate with Mariam's story because, you know, if you grew up around the north, Middle Belt and all of it, the stories are similar. I could also relate with Bisi's story as well because that was the time we went out to visit people. Everybody, we were August visitors in December. But let me hear from the ladies here now. I'll begin with you. What was the story or your memory for Christmas like?
Well, thinking about it now, it was quite memorable for me because I used to like to decorate the house with my paper crafts. So I'll get sheets of paper and cut them into pieces and paint them with
You were the decorator?
Yeah, paint them with crayons or watercolor, and then make them into a very long string. You have so many rings, and then I make them into
Yes, I
and then
remember.
I'll hang them around the house.
Oh,
Put
wow.
them in my room, in my daddy's room, and they just allowed me to do my thing. You know, I just had freedom to express my creativity, and my cousins would come around then. It was always a very full house. My cousins, my uncles, aunts would come, and then before then we would have made our anko. So on Christmas Day, we used to wear the same clothes, you know, with different styles. It was quite memorable. And thinking about it, I miss everybody, because now I have come to realize that
adulthood.
I am that aunt that now needs to hand something over to my nieces and nephews when they come around. Because then I used to get a lot of money. You know, when your auntie comes around, say, oh yeah, take for Christmas. Uncle will come, take for Christmas. And they would gather it, and then would now be comparing, how much did you make? How much did you make? I made this, I made that. So right now, nobody's giving me any money again. Right? And now I'm the aunt that needs to, you know, give the money to my nieces and nephews when they come around. But I'm glad and I'm thankful for the opportunity to be the rich auntie.
Abby? All right, let me
yeah,
come
it's
back to
really
you,
good.
Toby. Now, so what was celebrating Christmas like growing up?
Okay, so growing up, we would always go to Oshogbo for Christmas because my paternal grandparents lived there at the time. And so all my cousins all over from US would all go to Oshogbo, right? And so on Christmas morning, some of the ones from abroad would have put gifts under the Christmas tree, labeled with everybody's names, and then you just go to pick your gifts, you know. And it was all beautiful, and then from there, we'll get ready, go to church. By the time we come back, we'll now start killing chicken. Like, killing chicken.
That's
right?
the stress
I
me I
always
didn't
used
like.
to be very scared of it. I would always run away, but some of the children were very eager to see the chicken just move, like, it's dying and all that. And you see, it was very, 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 very beautiful because we all had family members come around. Now everybody's just all grown up. You see, it's just now we're trying to say, okay, let's just meet in my brother's house, right? And then afterwards, we now go out in the evening. So I remember that while growing up, my parents would take us to an hotel for their party.
Okay.
And then they also have a pool. So those of us that want to party would party. Those of us that want to go to the pool will swim and all that. And so it was always a full day of activities. And then they come to pick us from the hotel like on the 26th, on Boxing Day, maybe like 1 or 2 a.m. And so that's basically how I remember my Christmas as.
Let me tell you how I remember mine. Growing up in Ajakuta Steel Company, for instance, my mom, it's like a community of people. So it's more of a competition between mothers. Who is the first person to go and share the food? So we ensured, my mom ensured that at about 4 a.m. she's up cooking what is necessary. Everybody, so you know you're not sleeping well that day. Wake up, cook the food, go and share. You're the one that will carry the food to go and share. Ensure that, okay, your special plate is out. We pick out all the special dishes, we go and share food. But then the part that I like the most is the one that you wear your Christmas clothes, you call your neighbors, let's move, let's go and yawo. That's what we call it. We want to go and do yawo. So we wear high heels. I remember wearing high heels, 4 inches. And we were moving around from one house to the other, one house to the other. But there were these naughty boys. They were using knockout to, you know, chase us. I did not know where I left that show. Because I ran with my life. I hated knockouts, firecrackers, whatever you called it. I ran. Wow. And that was one of the most memorable Christmas. And also having my senior ones as the last born, you wait for the others to come home, whatever they bring. You just start checking everybody's bag. So that's how I remember my Christmas.